everyone, welcome to a new video, and in today I have, yes, the semi-annual Catrice product changeover. Every year Catrice releases two new collections in the wintertime and in the summertime. In January they released their spring-summer edit, you could say. I was able to place an order online and yeah, picked up a few products again. So this will be a video where I show all these products going onto my face. So far, all I've done with these products is swatch them, so I don't know how these apply at all. But yeah, there's a little bit of everything here. I wasn't able to pick up as much as I usually do because I wasn't interested in that many products, and actually one product I tried picking up actually didn't come in the mail, so that was a bit of a bummer. But if you would like to see follow-ups on any of these products, I've been getting that question on some of the other videos that I've done like this for Essence and Catrice. I have a blog as well, and that's where I put up all the reviews. All of the products, or most of the products that are shown in these videos, are reviewed, but those reviews go up on my blog because I prefer reading reviews rather than watching them. I like to be able to scroll through pictures and see all of that. So that's just my preferred way. I hope you don't mind. Let's just get to my bare face and a trial of all of this makeup that I'm currently wearing. I really hope you enjoy the video. So I'm coming to you barefaced with my hair tied up, and we are going to first prime our eyelids. That's what I always do. This is not a Catrice product by any means, but just quickly one of those necessary steps that you have to take. So the first product by Catrice that I will be using that is new is the Galactic highlighter drops in the shade 010 Spaceshuttle, and it says to shake well, so let's just do that. And this has a very nice sheen to it, and I will be using this as sort of like a face primer, dewy kind of look, you could say. I'm just gonna show you like this. So this is what it looks like, and it looks like just a yellowy toned highlighter. But in real life, you will see it has a pink shift, and especially when you start blending it out, I'm not sure if the camera picks up on that, it really turns into this really nice sort of iridescent sheen. So that's pretty much absorbed by the skin straight away, and I do feel it gives me a nice glow, but it doesn't really make you look really greasy or anything like that. I definitely think it makes my skin look a little bit more alive, especially on this side. I applied a little bit more than I did on this side, and you can definitely see a little bit more shine here. I think if you just dab this onto the cheeks in the summertime, this will be very pretty, especially since the dropper of this thing doesn't really seem to be working because the product seems to be too thick to be sucked up into the little dropper and then onto your hand or anything like that. So just taking a little bit from the dropper and just tapping it onto the cheeks, I think will be the best way to apply this. The next product by Catrice that they just launched is the Brow Hero 2-in-1 Brow Pomade and Camouflage Waterproof. So they came up with a brow pomade on one side, and then there is a concealer on the other. I won't be using the concealer because I actually have another product that I want to show you that I can use for that. But I'm going to be doing my brows with this. This comes in two shades, and I bought the darker one of the two. This is 020 So Bella. Not because I have such dark hair or brows, but because the other one in 010 seemed to be a little bit too warm for my taste. So this is definitely a little cooler toned. They are very dark, very intense, and very pigmented. So I'm very curious to see how this will go. Oh wow. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's a lot of product in one go. So a little will go a long way with this. Blend out nicely. And I think the shade, even though it's a little dark, a lot darker than what I usually go for, it's definitely not too crazy. All you need is one little tap like that, and that will be enough. So I would struggle a little bit more with this brow than I do with that one. So this, I think, is looking a little too patched on right now. So let me see if I can improve that with a little bit of a spoolie action, because I do feel it blends and feathers out quite nicely. I quite like that. So that's the brow pomade. I'm definitely going to have to give that a little bit more of a use to really know how much I like it. I'm going to set my brows with a bit of the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. So now the brows are on. I wasn't going to use the concealer in the pot because Catrice also came out with this. This is the HD Liquid Coverage Precision Concealer, and it actually says long-lasting liquid concealer with ultra-precise applicator to accurately cover any small imperfections and define lips and eyebrows. So I think that what they have this intended for is to really like draw your brows and like around your mouth to really get a sharp line. What this has is a very stiff applicator, so it's like a rubbery kind of, it's not brush hairs or anything like that. And then when I swatch it, sure if you can see it, it's pretty close to my natural skin color, but it's a very precise line that you can draw with it. You do have to be quite fast because I find it dries quite quickly, but I'm just going to use this a little bit to clean up underneath my brows. I like the shade, it's not too dark. I was afraid when I first swatched this that it would be a little bit too dark. And of course we still have the rest of our face makeup to do. That's why I always do my brows first, because then, you know, when I do my face makeup, I can always tone them down a little bit or whatever. I'm quickly going to do my foundation. I'm going to be using a Catrice foundation. They are still doing this one, so I'm just going to be using this. This is the 24-hour Made to Stay foundation. Alright, with foundation done, I wanted to actually show you a new concealer that they are doing. In fact, it's not a new concealer because they already had the product, but they have come out with some new shades of the liquid camouflage concealer, and this is the one I already had. This is in 120 and it is nearly gone, so I thought, hey, that's a great time to pick up a lighter shade, and this is in the shade 007 Natural Rose. I always swatch the products before I do these videos so that I have a little bit of an idea of what they might do. And when I tried to open it, look what happened. The packaging broke. I cannot get the lid off for the life of me. It's almost as if it doesn't screw together at all. It's probably faulty packaging because this one works just fine, as you can see. So I will be applying this, but I'm definitely going to be returning this afterwards. Of course, there's no stopper now as well, so it's also very messy. To set my face, I actually have two new powders by Catrice. They came out with a new loose powder. This is the Light Illusion Yellow Matte Loose Powder. And it comes in a compact like this. And then it has a very light yellow tone to it. Which, of course, you know, that has to be your cup of tea, you could say. Very often these kind of like banana powders are a little bit too dark for me, and I will be using this to set my under eyes. So let's just see how this goes. I do think that it nicely mattifies things and it doesn't give me the very noticeable yellow cast that I've had with most of the banana powders that I've tried. So this is definitely one that I might be able to use in the summertime, for instance. The rest of my face I will be setting with this. This is a powder that already existed. This is the All Matte Plus Shine Control Powder, but it comes in a new shade. This is 010 Universal. Before, these only came in like skin tone shades. This is, again, very finely milled, and it does have this like really white sort of look to it, but I like that in a powder because I like my makeup to not look too dark, because I can always go in with a bronzer if I like. Again, nice and matte look, especially for the summertime. I love these kind of powders. These last quite a long time because you do also get 10 grams of product, and the packaging is nice and compact. So this is usually one of the type of products that I take with me when I travel. Now, something that I really noticed is like a thing in the Catrice line is anything holographic, duochrome, shimmery goodness. That is the theme that both Essence and Catrice are going with for the spring summer season. So there are quite a few products here in some of the categories that are coming up in a minute with, you know, yeah, products that promise to be holographic. Case in point, they are now doing a holographic Holo to Prisma holographic stick, and it says it's a highlighter pen with an exciting holographic effect. Apply on cheeks for a prismatic look. So what this is a cream highlight, and I'm just going to be applying this to the tops of my cheeks really quickly because I haven't powdered that. I find with sticks like this, to apply it straight from the stick can be a little bit tricky because as you know, your skin is warm and the stick is cold, and then it kind of moves your makeup around. So what I like to do with this is just, you know, paint it onto the tops of my fingers. And you also get an idea of what that looks like. It has a very sort of bluish, purpley sheen to it. And then I like rubbing my fingers together like that. So there you have the effect of the holographic highlighter stick. I wouldn't say this is holographic. It is definitely like blue tinged, but I feel that on the camera it doesn't look as blue as in real life. And since I'm very fair, I find that blue and purple toned highlighters actually suit my skin tone very well. And I like the effect. It's not like wow in your face blinding highlight, but it's a nice subtle glow, and I like these colorful highlights. I can't help it. I'm quickly going to do the rest of my powder makeup, and then I'm going to come back with you for a powder highlight. And for that, I'm going to be using this. This is brand new. Catrice has come out with some new face palettes. They do a bronzer blush highlight palette, so more of like a traditional palette with like all face products. They do a highlighter palette. They do like a setting powder. I think it's called like the filter palette or something. And then they do this. And this is the Galaxy in a Box Holographic Glow Palette. What this is you get 4 powders and a face gloss. So this is a creamy product, which is clear. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's just a clear, like glossy product. So not necessarily something I would be into, but again, for the summertime, this can like make for a very nice like wet look almost. So again, in the summertime, that might be nice to try, but I definitely want to play around with some of these. I think this may be nice as a blush on me, even though I'm not a big fan of shimmery blush, but hey, for the sake of the video, I'm trying to use as much of my face as I can. And then we have, when I swatch these, I'm just going to show you. These are the more traditional highlights. So you have like an icy white and like a pinky shade, but this is where the fun is at. This bottom one is a pink to purple duochrome. I don't think you can really see it on the camera, but it's a very pretty pinky, but then it flashes purple. And then this one right here is a peach to gold, which is also very, very pretty, which is why I want to use that as my blush. So I think, given the fact that I'm already wearing a purple highlighter on my cheeks, I think I'm going to be using this bottom one on my cheeks, and then I think I'll be using this one on my nose, and I think I'll be putting this one in my eye look. I'll use this one as blush. Yes, I love it. Let's add a little more. This is the type of highlight that I can go to town with, that I'm like, oh yeah, give me more. That is super pretty. I really like it. Right, taking the other side of my highlight brush, I'm going into this pink shade. They're a lot less intense. So I think the intensity here is definitely from the combination with the cream. Here we go. Tip of the nose. Yeah, I like that too. It does look a little like cool toned in the camera. In real life, it definitely has a bit more pink to it, but I think that the white and the pink may look very similar to one another once they're on your face. Well, I think if you're into a glowy cheek, this is the palette for you. This definitely has a little bit of color to it, but not too much. So if you're like medium or tan skin, then this can be a very nice highlight on you. On me, it's definitely a little bit more of a blush, but it's a very subtle one. Then again, I love these kind of blush shades in the summertime. For the eye look, I'm first going to lay down my base. This is a MAC Painterly paint pot. Now for my eyes, I actually was hoping that I would be able to show you one of their new products as well. They are coming out with a new system to make your own palette. And they are also doing, so you can buy like individuals and you can pop them out of their container and then put them into a palette, which I've tried a lot of Catrice singles and I find that I use them once and then I never look at them again. So that's something that I was umming and ahhing about. They also have a new eyeshadow palette and I was hoping to get that. But unfortunately, when I placed my order, they actually told me that they couldn't send it to me. So that's why I'm using a product today that is still out. This is the Modern Matte Eyeshadow Palette. You can still get this. And the funny thing is that I've never actually tried this on my eyes. So I'm quickly going to do an eye look and then I'm going to be applying that other shade. So this has been the quickest of quick eye looks. I'm going to go back into my highlight palette and I'm going to take that white shade and I'm going to apply it all over my lids. It works. You can layer it, make it more intense, make it more glowy, more shimmery. Yeah, definitely more of like a face palette though. Quickly, some mascara. And that leaves us with some lip products. And actually, that is the area in which Catrice has been doing the most. I have 6 of them to show you, 2 new lines, as well as a new lip gloss. One of the new lines that they have are the Pure Pigments lip lacquers. And these are supposed to be liquid lipsticks that stay put, aren't tacky, yet have a glossy finish. And these come in crazy shades. I love trying like unusual lipstick shades in my reviews. So I have one that is like a pinky shade. This is Rosie's Peony, but they also have Lavender Pop, which is like a bright lilac, and this is Deep Navy, which indeed is a deep navy. Now let me swatch these real quickly. Lavender. Now what I noticed, that's right there. What I noticed is that the pink shade is quite thick and really like a liquid lipstick, I would say. But that these more intense, like crazy shades, there you have the navy, that those are a little thinner and that they are also less opaque. I'm not sure if you can see here, but especially that navy shade has a little bit of my skin showing through it. So I'm very curious to see what these will look like on the lips. What I want to try on my lips for you today are these. These are the new Matte Lover lipstick pens. I have 3 shades, So Bordeaux, I have Tomato Red is Fab, and I have Unexpected Mauve. And I think, well, I think I'm going to be trying the red for you because the eye look is so basic. Again, some swatches. So this is the mauvey shade, right there. And then we have the red. That's right there. And then I have the Bordeaux, which truly is a dark red. Let me show you how these go on. That's like the wonkiest swatch ever, but hey. These feel very nice and creamy. They have like a semi-matte finish. These, I think, are the type of shades that I can get a lot of wear out of. So I'm very curious to see how this will go onto my lips. So I'm gonna go in with the red. These are very precise. It's very easy to like find your Cupid's bow. Right, so my camera cut off because my battery was actually dying, but we're back. Sorry I'm on the floor, but that's the only way how I can like make sure my battery doesn't cut out in the meantime. I was just saying that I really like the way this applies. It makes for a very precise application. You can really get into your Cupid's bow, and I have to say, this is my kind of red. I love a good orange toned red at all times. So this is definitely a formula that I want to try a little bit more extensively over the next couple of weeks. And then I have one more product to show you. This is the Prisma Lip Glaze. I only bought one because this is a lip gloss and I'm not a very fanatic when it comes to lip gloss wearing. But I thought that this was an interesting concept because this will be nice as a lip topper. This is supposed to be a holographic lip gloss. It's also called You're So Holo, and looking at this, I'm not sure if you can see that in the light, but it has a pinky purpley bluish flash to it. Not sure it will pair with this red lip, but I'm just going to apply it for you. Let me first give you a bit of a swatch here. So it has a thick consistency. I'm not sure if you can even see that. There you have it. And it definitely has that like purpley flash to it. So let's just put this on and see how it goes. Yeah, as I had expected, this makes for a nice lip topper where you can add a little bit more shine to the bottom of your lip and make your lips look a little bit fuller and juicier. So that's it. Those were all of the products I would like to show you today. Those were all of the products that I was able to pick up of the new Catrice Spring Summer 2018 collection. Please let me know in a comment down below which product you would like to see reviewed first. And without further ado, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And please subscribe because I make new videos every single week. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!